Budgets were insane. $2.5 million. Ali Rashid Muhammad from Tribe Called Quest produced it. Your third album comes out. What's the flavor? And Ali Rashid Muhammad from Tribe Called Quest. From a Tribe Called Quest, he co-produced it. And Tribe Called Quest was hot. A Tribe Called Quest was hot to death. Was that Midnight Marauders? It was Midnight Marauders? It's hot to death. Was that Midnight Marauders era? I want to say yeah, because Check the Land been out. I want to say Low End Theory, and that already been out. It was in that time. A couple of things with Ali Shaheed, a lot of tracks with the Protishes. A lot. I learned a lot about East Coast production. Shaheed and a lot of tracks with the Protege and Beetle. I learned a lot of East Coast production. I learned a lot about um operation. Having said that, in hindsight, it was such a push because gangster rap has really been taken. Gangster rap has really been taken over. Gangster rap has really been taken over. Or I've been taking gangster artists from dealing with NWA. But the thought process that it was such a big phenomenon that I think we call it wearing the fatigues, all that other stuff. That's the album, the What's the Flavor album that was furthest away from being myself. And and that was the last major album that I did. That was What's the Flavor album, like furthest away from being myself. And that was the last major label album that I did. This album did have singles that were released before now. And that was the last major album that I did. That was the last major label album that I did. This album did not do very well. It had no singles blew up. This album did not do very well. It didn't have any singles that blew up. Released performing album. And then Capital Records dropped you after that. I don't know. Capital dropped you. I think I didn't have any options after that. After the first record, which is just the crush, the second record, I still measure events we went about it. I wanted to work with Chocolate. And it just kind of went on after that. We just went on our separate ways. A couple years. Well, a couple years later, Easy E died. Well, a couple years later, Easy E died of AIDS. Something new. When you struck me in the news, it was heartbreaking. It was shocking. It was heartbreaking because Easy was from Easy got up watching West Coast hip hop grow. You just don't like it to the state I'm experiencing. You don't want to work with him for somebody die in this business. It was tough. It was tough to hear, and I felt for his family, people around him. It helped them influence. Yet it was a tough thing. Yeah, it was a very tough thing. Then the next year, and then the next year, Tupac gets killed. You actually knew him from the Digital Underground games. And Tupac came from we're all in the same game in Digital Underground. Not too many. The thing was Tupac and Digital. Everybody from Digital. And I learned this from Money B. Everybody, Tupac and Digital. Everybody in Digital. And I learned this from Money B. Everybody in Digital had their solo products. But when they're in Digital, it was Shock G's vision. A lot of my Tupac interesting stuff comes from ironically after Digital. And after someone after he passed, to be honest, while he was doing the solo stuff, um, I didn't see him at much at all. I know Johnny J, who produced a lot of tracks with him, and other people. So it's one thing to kind of watch him from afar. One interesting fact that I never really shared with anyone: when Tupac movie came out, um, I was doing a tour in Australia, had 8 shows in 9 days, and we ended in Perth. On the ninth day from Perth, after you finish it, I get on the plane in sweaty clothes, and then sweaty clothes, and we go to Sydney, so I can be there to co-host the first screen of the two movie and drive into Sydney. And that's my sweaty with all the shit like that. It was something that warmed my heart because I was fond of Tupac. Tupac said nice things about me that I've gotten about. It's something that I was honored to do. The next album comes out independently. Return of the One Hit Wonder. Return of the One. It was just something that I was honored to do. The next album comes out independent. Return of the One Hit Wonder. I'll be honest. I shook my head. One Hit Wonder. And by the way, I didn't consider myself a one hit wonder. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's obviously the goal was when I was bigger, I could into two songs for tone. At that point, I also start to write for other outside people. So one, people regard me as what I regarded myself as the superhero art. So I can make fun of yourself. That's something deprecating. Yeah, look, it's interesting, especially seeing this on social media, that people will find things to make fun of. They themselves will never come close to accomplish. 99, 99 are no hit wonders. Not only no hit wonders, but the math of a major label was 1 out of 20 records are supposed to blow up. So for me, I was able to be a part of multiple of those. I feel like I was in a good place. And to more, I said this, you have been heard in champs interview. I live by people who talk shit. People who talk shit usually don't do shit. You haven't done shit. People who shit usually have done shit. They talk shit. Usually haven't done shit. If you're in this, you know how hard it is. Music here, artists that unnecessarily work, right? I'm not gonna go into this. Because I know what the fight is like. I know what the struggle is like. So it actually put myself on to some people's follow-up records, the follow-ups records, the follow-up records. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I have to do is get artists music in those follow-up records, even if they didn't do as well commercially. That's how I approach it. Every record I made, okay, this is the last record I made. I want the best representation of myself. Some more ain't going out like that. And since I engaged the NZ against the film album, ain't going out like that. Then 6 album engaged the NZ. It's a my rhymes like wine. After great song get paid age the gauge inside. That's that lyric from that. I mean by this time I sort of accepted that you kind of a more of a legacy artist. You're not gonna be number one charts anymore because you do what you love to do. Also, myself, I had a, I had a bachelor, I had a bachelor's economics. I had a bachelor's degree in economics. So every record that I put out after my major label release, every record I put out was paid for by licenses, paid for by licenses. If I never toured them, if I never did videos again, it's either commercial, a video game, or a TV show. I would have to bust move for it. You have to pay extra to prepare for the bust move master. You can get for like tiny fraction of that and get something that's talking about topic that fits your whatever your salary or whatever the movie is, whatever the TV show is. So that was my approach for all those years to get those licenses and to see music. A lot of people didn't know. Plus, I'm still touring because everybody wants to see Bust a Move. I may have a 20 set. Bust a Move is basically 5 minutes. I do an intro to maybe 7. I got 13, 15. I can do whatever the hell I want. So I'll do my new material. So I'm on the point. Songs was performed so well. I'm the one that my streams going up in certain markets after I do the new stuff. And that's heartwarming to me because they made the time outside of nothing but Stone Cold Running make some sense of like the things that I was doing to make popular music or make hit music can actually resonate with people. And I can really, drill down on that on the stage. It just made a song being licensed. I mean, remember now, up until a version, I'll see what some of the numbers are if they share. Resurgent is 35 years after a release with the cover is exclusive. So the artist can take part of it. It's not actually being true. The rights aren't exclusive to labels. Except Dame Dash has got a third of reasonable doubt. And the lawsuit is forced to sell it at auction. Before the auction, Jay-Z chimes in and said, whoever buys it is only going to have to 5 years to revert back to me. He said, does it refer back to only the original writer? Well, how can I put it? It's someone that they can start doing anything. For the first 35 minutes of a record deal, the copyright owner, the label owns the only person basically the only entity that can make that deal. After 35 years, the artist can take part of it. The artist will go make the deal. So, if you're in a situation where the artist is big and powerful and they own the master rights and the like, when the reversion happens, they can basically use their power to say, okay, we're going to exclude everybody from the outside, especially if the person from the outside is not a part of the original copyright creation set. I didn't see all these deals. No, it had to be what of 100 grand. It's 150 to 200 grand. I couldn't tell you what it would be. A film. Now the royalty situation might be something different where it's a decent advantage as it played to the ground and the royalties coming up. But yeah, in terms of some of the big second big effect, I've never seen that before. Interviewed certain slot. He told me, like completely straight face, that he has made over $100 million off of Baby Got Back. I believe my lifestyle now haven't changed since it blew up. It isn't a lot of news, it's a lot of commercials. Like, and streaming makes it more interesting. And streaming makes it more interesting too. Mhm. And streaming makes it more interesting too because all of a sudden the movie that's has been playing and all of a sudden gets on a streaming platform and you fall back and say, I want this, that. All of a sudden, you see money out of that pool as well. So, in retrospect, knowing what you know now, if you signed a deal that you could have signed, how much you think between the Tone Loc records and your records that you have? I don't think that. I wish you know what you're thinking. You see, but I don't even think like that. Here's the thing: my whole life experience, my whole career experience, musician experience, writer experience, it's like a real nice sweater. So you ask me to pull over on a stream, see what it's like. By the time I keep pulling on the street, it's not gonna be a sweater anymore. So for me to put it in a contest, oh Jesus, that might have screwed everything. That might have screwed everything else up. The publishing talk that songs. Yeah, I wrote all the songs. Look at like there's us that are on the publishing on. Everyone I own plus the move is not a bad thing. Trust me. I get the plus the move. Oh Jesus, let me figure this.